Hey y'all, welcome in, welcome back. If you are new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. Here today, do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here, we're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them, may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Just take what resonates for you. Leave everything else behind. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. Alright, y'all. Welcome back. Now we are going to do the tarot portion of our readings today. I'm like, I still feel, because I just finished recording that first reading, I'm like, I still feel a little weirded out. that was different. Different than what I've been talking about to a degree, but here we are. Alright, let's get into it. Use a different spread. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about now. Oh, shit. Oh Lord. I'm telling you, I don't know how this happens all the time though. So this feels like part 2. I have the energy of somebody who wants to come toward you with some kind of an apology. They literally want to offer you an apology. They have some. Remember I said in the last video they wanted to give you something. This is it's the same energy. Somebody wants to give you something. They want to give you something. And I think I remember saying they wanted to give you something. They want to give it back to you. They want to give you something that you may have once given them. They want to give back to you for all you've done for them. I'm not going to lie. I'm in a very, this is very conflicting for me. I don't know who this is for you. I will say this, that the relationship is over. Death and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. It's over for you, collective. I feel like this is one of those out of sight, out of mind kind of things. I mean, I can't speak for everybody. I know I think you even talked about it yesterday. Like, I've pretty much forgiven everybody that I need to forgive. I don't hold any grudges. I'm not mad. There's no anger. There's no resentment. Just stay away from me. I'm good. Stay away from me. The energy that I have out here is there's somebody who definitely wants to approach you. The last reading, what did I say? I was like, they almost kind of want it. They know that there has been a shift in the relationship dynamic. Like, one, it's over. We'll start there. The relationship that whatever you knew it is over. Or whatever they knew it is over. But I feel like this person, I said, they want to come in and maybe kind of like migrate from the romantic aspect of what you may have had if it was a romantic relationship, but moving in towards like a different version of the relationship or whatever, right? But this kind of gives me the energy of somebody wanting to, like, they actually want to put in the effort. However, you might be a lot of bit guarded. You may be very closed off. I heard the word jaded, although I mean, I kind of feel like if you're jaded, that there's still healing that needs to be done, because if you've healed, then you're not gonna feel any. Jaded is kind of a funky energy, so if you're jaded still, then maybe there's a little bit more that you need to address to move past that. And if you have truly healed and moved on, then you're not gonna still be carrying around any kind of angsty energy of, anger or anything like that. I do see very defensive energy. Like you're just not. You're in a protective stance, and you're just. I really don't feel like your heart isn't in it. Like in terms of like dealing with any bullshit. You're not here for it. Okay. But the energy is out here. What I say in the last reading, I didn't have a single tarot card, but it felt very earthy and watery. I got earth and water out here right now, so this may be part 2. Oh, okay, this is definitely part 2. Okay, I know for a fact that some of y'all are not going to want to hear this. I know for a fact that some of y'all wasn't there for the last message, and you're probably not here for this message coming out again. This is somebody who... Okay. This is the energy of... Okay, so we know in the last reading, I was talking about like somebody may have gone through some kind of an awakening of some sort. And they were turning to you because they were looking for some type of nurturing, grounding energy. And maybe that is the energy that you provided, or that's just the energy that you operate out of, right? This person's issue is the fact that they are currently ungrounded. They're very ungrounded. I do have an energy of somebody who, like, I don't know what they're going through. They could be going through some financial difficulties or something. I mean, this is not the same. I don't feel, I don't have that many cards out here, but I don't feel the energy. I don't feel it. This is not the energy of the persons that I've been talking about, like wanting only to come to you because you're balanced and stable and all that. That's not, I'm not getting that off of this. The energy that I'm getting, I feel like this person, okay, I said they were looking for you in, it's like everything that they had been searching for, they were searching for an energy that was similar to whatever energy you carry, right? So right now they may be in an environment, again, whether they now that I see two things. It could be one that they could be very unbalanced, or they could be in a home environment that doesn't feel all that stable. The other side of it definitely could be they may, because this feels like somebody trying to sneak away from something. So they could be in an environment. I said they were looking for you in other places. They had you, but they had you, but because you might have been, rainbow, sunshine, glitter, and all that shit, it was a little outside of their box. They definitely feel the energy of, they feel they're in that poverty consciousness energy because they recognize that they don't have you. I do have an energy of somebody who is, they're on the verge of giving up. They may have a lot of responsibilities on their plate right now. But this feels very much like somebody, even though they got a lot of shit going on. Remember I said, if they come to you, they want to come to you because they feel like your energy would help ground them, or, there's something about that nurturing energy that you provide, that you carry. That's what they're looking for. And I said it, they cannot come to you in this ungrounded energy. They cannot introduce that ungrounded shit into your auric field, because that's not going to work. It's not going to happen. They can't do that. They can't do that. Okay. But if this person is in an environment that isn't conducive to them being grounded or staying grounded, they're currently looking for a way to get out of that situation, away from the environment that they're in. They're already kind of thinking of ways to, remove themselves from wherever they are. This does feel very perseverant. It feels like even though they got a lot of shit going on, they got a lot of shit on their shoulders, they could absolutely be dealing with some type of financial deficit. That's a possibility. But this is an energy of somebody who is willing. This is somebody who's willing to push through. They want to give up, but they're willing to push through. They kind of got their eye on a prize. Okay. Damn. Okay. So, here's the thing for this person. Part of their lesson, I talked about it in the last reading, it was like they had you. They had you. You were like right there. As long as they had stayed connected to you, their life, everything would have just kind of fallen into place the way it was supposed to. Because you two were destined to be on the same path together, okay? Part of this lesson is, it's almost like they were... It's like they were selfish towards you. And maybe we're giving to all of these other people or other situations. And now that they realize what they had with you, this is like in hindsight. Hindsight is always 20/20. It's like recognizing that, because remember I said you two are way more alike than they would have cared to acknowledge or admit. And now that they're recognizing it, you may have them blocked. They may be at a distance. But now they are in a position where they're unable. Like, over here is the desire of wanting to come towards you. But right now, this part of the lesson is they don't have the means. They may not have a vehicle. They may not be able to travel. You may have them blocked. They may feel a sense of entrapment based on the decisions that they've made. They're kind of trapped in an environment that they're in. Yeah, like I said, they want to come towards you, but they can't. They can't. They absolutely can't. They can't. Is that what they want? I said they want to give you something. They want to give you the truth. They want to give you the truth. They want to bring in some clarity. They want to tell you the truth. They want to tell you the truth. They want to tell you about something that they did in the past. And this has an element in here of like, there may have been mind games or whatever. I heard manipulation, but that's not what I was thinking. It just feels like mind games. Like they may have told you shit or said things to you that energetically may have felt conflicting, because like you felt like you feel things. So even when the words don't necessarily match the actions, you feel it first. And so maybe some of their actions or inaction may have had you mentally conflicted because it didn't match, like their actions didn't match the words or the intentions. This person wants to come and tell you the truth about something that they may have done in the past that created this conflict dynamic between you. They want to clear the air. Wow. Go figure. They have, oh my God, what have they gotten themselves involved in? This person has tied themselves into a loveless relationship, may have produced a child. It may have produced a child. That ain't for everybody. And the other side of it, this literally looks like they could be in a loveless relationship. This kind of feels like a divorce. This could be a divorce. There could be an issue like a custody, something. I don't know. That ain't for everybody. I also see an energy here. Like this literally could be you sleeping well at night. This is somebody here who is like watching you or looking into you. Like they see, like they know what's going on in their life. They may be trying to figure out what's going on in your life because, you know, they're on the outside. So here you are sleeping well at night. You're healed. You're, you know, focusing on your healing or whatever. Whatever this person happens to be going through, a whole bunch of unfortunate circumstances. I don't see an energy out here that supports any kind of reconciliation. This also kind of feels like somebody who can't make up their mind if it's even worth it to even come towards you. Because especially if they're like looking into you or like looking into your life or whatever, like watching, digging, investigating, whatever. Based on whatever they're seeing in you, like I'd said in the last reading, I was like, I don't know how they're seeing you or whatever. I don't have any energy of like, you know, public platform or anything like that, but whatever. But this almost feels like, yeah, it's like, I don't know if it's even worth me coming towards the collective, because the collective seems to be doing pretty good. And has kind of put all of this behind them. So I don't even know like what would be the point of me coming back into their life, like research. What would be so they're kind of struggling with this. It's like, you know, what would be the point of me coming back towards them? Yeah, they could be dealing with some negative karma though, for sure. Yeah, you may have this person blocked. Listen, boy. This person's kicking themselves. They would like victory and success with you. But they can't, I don't think this person can like leave where they are. They can't. Because if they do, now here's the other thing too, like if they're getting, this person maybe, if they're in the middle of getting a divorce, because that's part of this blockage area, if this person is in the middle of a divorce, they may not be able to come to you because they may not have anything to offer. They don't have anything to offer. Yeah, see, if this person is in the middle of getting a divorce, there may be a child. Yeah, there may be a child here. And then for you, they're okay, so here's the dynamic. If this person, and this ain't for everybody, I realize that. This could be somebody getting a divorce. There could be a child. This also could be energy of like somebody finding out or discovering that you've like moved on, like you've moved on towards a new cycle, like and they're just unhappy the fact that they kind of see you going on with your life, right? Now they may not have a whole lot to offer you. You're in a very stable, and I'm not saying that they're the purpose of them coming. This person is not coming towards you for the purpose of your stability. That's not it. That's not this person. That's not like how the previous readings, all the other previous readings I've done the last 5-6 readings. This isn't that. This is not that. This is somebody who, if they were connected to somebody else, whoever this person is that they align themselves with, complete bitch. Complete and utter bitch. So, I mean, if this person had been, again, remember the last reading I said, it was like, this is what a man does. Like, you got to do, show up like this and do this and do that, right? So this man may have lived his life remember I said earth and water. So where you went very deep, deep feelings and thoughts and emotions and stuff, this person was very surface level in the way that things look, the appearance of. So this person got with someone who mirrored back the same kind of energy. Somebody who was, they talked a good game, but it was talk, like they showed a child, they met, they match. So basically they got involved in a relationship with somebody who was kind of mirroring, you attract what you are. That's a very controversial statement, but it's like where you are energetically at the time of your connection. Okay. So there are certain negative aspects of you that kind of you mirror those energies off of each other, and so that's part of that, like them showing you who you are, you show them who they are, and then you can start to heal those aspects, right? So this person attracted someone who's in that same superficial bullshit kind of energy, slick talking, whatever. And so if the karma for being involved with this kind of person, showing up in a mask, being this very inauthentic, surface level, money hungry, looking for validation type energy, then the fallout of that relationship is their karma, like literally for playing in your face because you weren't that way. Here you are, very grounded, very solid, who you are and what you've become since you walked away from this relationship. It's giving self-made, like you did all that work on yourself by yourself. Yep. And here's the thing, and I realize that I'm not talking to everybody. The energy here is they should have part of the lesson, like I said in the last reading. Yep. Part of the lesson. Okay. So part of the lesson is they rejected you, and they rejected you because you were a little different, and they should have chosen you because your love for them was very pure and very genuine. Instead, they chose to juggle and fumble you by choosing other new shiny objects that were in front of their face. Okay. Now from the bottom of the deck, This is energy of somebody wanting to come towards you, pitching like a new cycle, or, you know, wanting to express how they feel, express their love. They're coming in very guarded though, based on what they've experienced. Now here, I'm getting the impression that even though this is the desire of wanting to come, but I see here that they're not actually taking the action, and over here, they may not be able to, you know. But here's like the desire of wanting to work together, to build with you onto the foundation that already exists for a whole new cycle. You know, let's start over and try to make it solid. I'm willing to do the work now, right? Here's the problem. You don't feel this. I said yesterday's reading, I was like, you don't feel the same way. You literally don't feel the same way about them. You don't feel the same way about them, nor are you making the space. And I do have the energy here of somebody who may have been doing some juju under the light of the moon. This could be an outside person that has done juju. This feels like somebody looking. Okay, hold on. Okay, this energy here kind of feels like you got somebody in your energy. It could be in their energy. I don't know. This feels like they may be connected to somebody who could be doing like juju or whatever, because they're afraid of losing this person. So like, oh God. Okay, so whoever this person is with, I kind of feel like the person that they're with may dabble or even know somebody or have a practitioner on deck or something like that in speed dial. It kind of gives me the impression of this person, they know about you, or they know who you are, and they know how this man feels about you. This is a masculine energy. They know how they feel about you. And they're trying to avoid this man coming towards you. They're also unbalanced, very distraught. And it looks like they're trying to figure out a way to kind of keep the masculine like connected to them and away from you. But you don't even want this person. You don't even want this person. Like, and if at one point you were waiting for, if they were waiting for you to come back, or if you were waiting for them to come back, child, you're not coming back. Okay, now here's the other thing. It's almost like this, whoever this woman is, like whoever the person is that they're with, like he's trying to get away from her because he recognizes now who you are. Like he clearly sees that he fucked up, made the wrong decision. He's heartbroken by the decisions that he's made by connecting himself to like somebody else. This other person that he's connected himself to, she may dabble in juju or something like that. He's trying to figure out a way to get away from her, because he genuinely is, where I feel like he's genuinely working up a way to come to you. But in order to come to you, he's got to get out of what he is already dealing with. Like if he's in a relationship, like I mean, honestly, the way that I'm seeing it, I don't think you're going to want to deal with them either way. It doesn't matter. Whether they're partnered, not partnered, I don't think you care. Honestly, I don't think you care. I saw 29 o'clock. I don't think you care. I don't think you're not even really tripping like that. But this person, whoever they're connected to, that person may be doing juju over them to keep them from coming towards you. That could be what this is. Like, they want to come towards you. The desire is deep. They want to come towards you, but they can't. And it's almost, I don't know, she may have this man by the balls, because it's like, if you leave with nothing. She's vicious. If you leave with nothing. So maybe down here, this is part of the ego thing. Because remember, I said over here, they were into like the superficial pursuits of how man is supposed to present. The money, the cars, the hoes, the homes, you know, all that. Like, and so if he's with somebody and she's like, if we divorce, I'm going to take you to the cleaners. I'm going to clean out your pockets. Me and this kid, I'm going to clean your pockets out. So if you leave here, yeah, you can go ahead and go chasing after the divine feminine if you want to. But if you leave with nothing. So down here, he is contemplating. And I said it in the last reading. If he just lets it fall, it doesn't really matter. Like, honestly, I don't think that you are even destined at this stage. I don't even think you're destined to like come back together. But the blessing comes from just the surrender and letting it go. Like, letting it go all the way. Letting you go all the way. Still has a little bit of work to do. Because right now, what he's looking at is, it's like the options are, God is like, okay, you can let go of the past. And I know that you have, I know you got love for this person. You can let go of the past. And if you let it go, I'm going to give you this. But right now, they're kind of locked. They're a little bit locked in. They're a little bit locked in. They haven't quite gotten there yet. Yeah, they're worried. Like, they're trying to get out of this, whatever this is that they're trapped by. They're trying to get out of it. But there's also a concern that they're not going to get this new opportunity with you. It's like they're worried that they're not going to have an opportunity to show you, look, the perseverance on it. I am, you know what? I have to applaud this person, whoever this is, because I'm like, the dedication. This person really wants to show you that they're not in that same toxic energy that they were in when you guys were dealing with each other. It's like they have their eye on the prize. They're like, I'm like, this person is not happy with the way that this situation turned out. And I feel like this person has their eye on the prize, baby. And I feel like they believe that you were the prize. I mean, you are the prize, but I mean, like, their trajectory and the way I'm like looking, the way the cards are laid, they want to come towards you and offer this cup. They want a chance. They don't necessarily think that they're going to get a chance, but they absolutely want a chance. It's like they want a chance to prove themselves. And the other thing is, I hadn't considered this either. This may also be somebody here who has a severe drinking problem. Because at first I was like, over here, I'm like, this is somebody who they want to give up, but they are pushing through. They're really pushing through. They have a really bad drinking problem, though. They want you to let your guard down. They see you. Now I'm like, okay, maybe there is some type of public platform. Maybe you do have some type of public presence. Hold on. Ooh, I just heard shame. Okay, so over here, this person, okay, I said they're drinking themselves silly. This person feels a sense of shame for like the decisions that they've made, the behavior, for causing the downfall of the relationship. That's also part of the thing that they want to discuss or have a conversation with you about. Oh my God. Yeah, they want to come towards you. Again, you may have a public platform. They may have some ability to see you, but you have them blocked. You have them blocked. So they may not be able to communicate with you. They may not be able to call you or talk to you, you know. Definitely could be somebody like watching you from fake accounts or whatever, just to kind of keep an eye on you. But the thing is, here's the thing. It's like they want you to let your guard down, right? But they also understand if you have them blocked and you refuse to talk to them or refuse to communicate with them, that is also valid and fair. That is also valid and fair. This idiot. They did not know. Part of the lesson, I'm telling you, this is part 2. Child, this is part 2. This person had with you in their presence, you are their 10 of cups. And in this section, it's like, I didn't know because I didn't see it. I couldn't see it. I initially was making these decisions with my little head, not my big head. And so I did all of these like reckless things without thinking, rejected the relationship with the collective because, the collective was different. And I couldn't actually see the value in that different. And so I made choices based on, superficial shit like, lust and sex and whatever. And I've said this in other readings. It's kind of like, somebody wishing, like literally somebody wished for unconditional love. They wished for a happy relationship. They wished for somebody to just love them. And then instead of building on that relationship, they rejected the very gift that God sent them, and now they are blocked from it. Shame. I'm not even gonna lie. This is even as I'm telling this story and I'm doing this reading, the energy that I feel, and I mean, it feels different. This energy feels different. I do get a sense of regret. There is a lot of regret. You've already moved on. I said they got their enterprise. They're so unhappy. Because they want to come. Listen, they want to come in and stabilize this relationship so bad because they're thinking about the good times. They're thinking about what you two had in the past. And they're thinking about how they broke your heart and broke their heart. And at the same time, I think their heart is broken because you finally moved on. You finally moved on. And they're gutted. Look at you. Look at you. Oh my God. Oh my God, these cards. They were looking for you in all the wrong places when they had you right in front of them. So if they're stuck in a contractual situation, they will never have access to you. They will never have access to you. Literally, God gave them exactly what they asked for. God gave them exactly what they asked for, and they made a different choice. You went on to heal. You may have even chosen a new partner. And you are no longer committed to them, the idea of them, or whatever this is. But I also do see the energy. Again, I do have like divorce energy. So this person could be literally going through a divorce. Because whatever they're involved with right now, they're not committed to that person. I don't even think they like the person, let alone love them. It could have been one of those situationships where like maybe she got pregnant and then it was like, all right, I'm going to do right by the kid and I'm going to do right by you. Let's go get married. And, you know, he doesn't appear to be very happy though. Interesting. Okay, remember when I said like there was an energy out here, like if you leave, I'm going to take it all. You're going to leave and you're going to leave empty-handed. This almost feels like somebody making a decision to stay. This honestly looks like a decision to stay where they kind of like to stay where they are and try to work it out with this bitch. Queen of Swords in reverse is a bitch. She's like a know-it-all bitch. She thinks she know everything. She runs her mouth. And I think because he was afraid she was going to take everything. The ego is a motherfucker. He was afraid she was going to take everything from him. He may have chosen to stay. That's why I said, like, he can't come towards you being attached to someone else. He cannot come towards you in ungrounded energy, regardless. Whatever his issue is, whatever he's doing, whatever he's going through. So he may have made a decision to stick it out and just deal with the lumps that he's getting. If he believes, like, you know, the collective has moved on, like, I don't know, like, maybe he thought you was the last hope or something, I don't know. But this looks like he may have made a decision. That's part of the lesson. Like, he made a decision out of fear to stick with her, even though he was unhappy. Because I do get a sense that he doesn't feel happy there. There's no sense of abundance. The woman he's connected to, very cold and shallow. No warmth there, no nurturing, no love. So that's part of the reason why he wants to come back, because he's like, where did I get that nurturing from? I remember being nurtured once before. Where did I get that from? Oh, it came from the collective. Let me figure out a way to get back to them. a lot would have to be done. I mean, and even if this masculine energy, you know, say they've gone through some kind of an awakening and they've woken up and now they're realizing, like, they recognize who you are, they recognize the role you were supposed to play, they also recognize some of the decisions that they've made that got them in the position that they're in. But out of fear, this person chose to connect themselves with this woman who they don't like, they don't love. They're not even committed to this chick. And now he's trying to figure out a way to kind of like get himself out of it. And by the time all that happens, I mean, collective is already, you know, collective has left the building. So ain't a whole lot this person can do, you know? Not a whole lot this person can do. We'll do one more pass. Yeah, they do want to come out of conflict. They want to come out of conflict with you so bad. They're so unhappy. They see how well you're doing, though. They see how well you're doing. And it just kind of causes them to be really out of balance. The fact that you moved on is really crushing this person's soul. They're just looking for a way in. They would just really love for you to let your guards down. And I feel like this person also is aware that there's not a whole lot that they can say for themselves in terms of trying to defend their position or defend the actions that they've taken. This is funny. Intuitively, you may also be aware that they're in some kind of a loveless relationship and holding on to you. And even if they're like connected with another person, like if they are married to somebody, like they're not very, I'm getting kind of an energy of like they're not very, like I said, they're not loyal to that person. They don't really have that sense of loyalty towards that person, but they have that sense of loyalty towards you for whatever reason. But they also understand if you are holding back. They understand. They get it. See, they should have worked, child. They should have worked with you instead of trying to control the dynamic of the relationship. They should have worked with you, and now they don't have that opportunity because you don't feel the same way about them. It doesn't even matter if they come in. It does not matter. Listen, it does not even matter if they come towards you with the truth. It doesn't matter if they have had some kind of revelation about who you are and what you mean to them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so they have this revelation. They're like, I kind of feel like they're destined to be unhappy just for the shit that they pulled with you in the beginning. This is reap what you sow. I don't even have cards out here for that, but I mean, that's what it is. They put themselves in this position. Now you just got to suck it up and deal with it. You're unhappy, baby. You're unhappy because you made some really funky ass decisions. And this person, I'm saying, if they are in the middle of going through a divorce, they know at the end of it, they're not going to be very happy because their pockets are going to be a whole lot lighter than they were. I keep hearing this is what men do. What? Shit. Child, they stuck with somebody they don't even like, and they see it. The woman that they chose, very codependent and needy, very surface level. She in it for the handbags and the and the trips. The Ace of Swords, that's the truth. He sees it now. And I do think that this person at one point was waiting for you to come back, and then he got scared. Then he got scared when he realized that she wasn't coming back. You see straight through them. They're not done healing. They do think a lot about you, though. They think a lot about you. And the crazy part is this person wants to come. It's like this person wants to come and tell you the truth, right? But they're stuck in a situation. I'm like, they're stuck in a situation that they're not happy in. Yeah, they're not happy. And not go right back to what I have over here. They just want to come towards you. And the only thing they're left with is like watching you, looking at you through social media or whatever. They want to reach out to you so bad, but they know that the relationship is like, you're done. You've turned your back on it. And they're kind of like, I feel like for you, yeah, the world, Wheel of Fortune, child. Like, they're stuck. They're stuck. They're stuck somewhere where they don't want to be. They're not happy there. They're not happy there. And they're looking at you like, you know, like you're some kind of savior, like you can help them, but this person got to help themselves. And they want to communicate. They really do want to communicate with you. I see that all over the board. They want to communicate with you so bad. They want to tell you what's been going on with them. They want to tell you what they got themselves into. I don't think you care. I don't think you care. I don't think you care. Alright, let's do some index cards. Actually, I'm going to take this stack and put this here. Let's grab these. Whatever love was gone, or whatever love was left, is now gone. We have a spiteful woman. Someone's afraid to be alone. The spiteful woman could be afraid to be alone. Month of August could be significant. Could be dealing with a Leo or a Virgo. Their actions are causing a shitstorm in their lives. And then we have spiritual teacher. You could be a spiritual teacher. Illness is part of their karma. All of a sudden, I got real sleepy. Like right now, I want to just take a nap. I'm tired. There's a group keeping a secret. Someone's heart chakra may be closed off. Somebody exhibits racist behavior. Someone could be going through a spiritual awakening. Could be a Taurus or a Libra. That's relevant. Someone's life is in turmoil. Someone could be a stepmother. You could be a stepmother. You could have a stepmother. There's a loss of money. Someone tried to control you because they had no control over their own lives. Wow. Spirit says take a spiritual bath or cleanse your space. Someone is emotionally unstable. There could be a toxic parent or grandparent. We have a distorted masculine. The month of April may be significant. Could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. Someone's throwing rocks and hiding their hands. Someone has inflated worth or an inflated ego. Someone says, I'll do it all over again. Someone's mask is falling off and they cannot hide anymore. Someone's unstable behavior is being seen, especially if their mask is falling off. Someone wanted to keep you second guessing. Someone could be facing legal trouble. Someone stuck in the past. Someone could be facing homelessness. No harm will come to you. Archangel Michael is protecting you. Month of January could be of significance. Could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Capricorn. Spirit says don't be afraid. You may operate with unconditional love. An Aquarius could be significant. Someone has a secret lifestyle. An Aries is out here again. Someone's in deep despair over the distance. Could also be dealing with a Scorpio. Someone's secrets are coming out. You proved everyone wrong. And we have a distorted feminine. So we have distorted feminine and masculine. We have an Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Capricorn, Scorpio, stepmother. Didn't I say stepmother? Yeah, stepmother. Somebody with a secret lifestyle. Okay. We'll grab these truth cards and then we'll wrap up. Alright, 56 minutes. Yeah, I want to take a nap. I'm tired right now. Talk about it. Sexual desires. Somebody has sexual desires and commitment issues. Change perspective. 1414's out here again. Spiritual path. Quit. So maybe somebody wanted you to quit your spiritual path. Someone's just busy. Somebody has respect issues. The spring may be relevant. We have contract or legal matters. 1313, 1414, 55. Communication problems. So talk about it. Communication problems. Not going back to the ex. 1010. It's not you, it's them. Someone's having sex. Self-love. Maybe someone's having sex with themselves. Improvement. If you have a question, the answer is no. Someone considers you relationship material. For some, you may get back together. Travel may be relevant or necessary. 777, 313, or 133. One 555 or 5515. Someone has concerns about money, stress and anxiety, concerns about money. Someone wants to speak up. There's unresolved issues, secrets. Somebody may be holding on to some secrets. There could be a misunderstanding. 222 or 2222. Business. Success. Business success. Will be a committed couple. Underneath, get back together in the spring. They will speak up. Bottom of the deck, Wandering Eye. The Wandering Eye card keeps coming out at the bottom of the deck, so just kind of be aware of that now that I'm thinking of it, okay? Alright, so let's look at the dates. Now, I didn't have January. I don't have January in terms of the numerics, but we had January with the index cards, I believe. Aquarius or Capricorn. Okay, so we know that. Alright, so let's look at February. I have February the 7th 3 times. February the 2nd, February the 13th, February the 10th, February the 16th. Then over here I have February the 3rd, February the 9th, February the 15th, February the 6th, February the 3rd. Alright. March the 2nd out here twice. March the 7th out here twice. March the 4th, 5th, and 15th. March the 9th. March the 9th is out here 3 times. March 5th. April the 3rd. April the 7th is out here twice. April the 5th. April the 15th. I have May the 5th, May the 6th, May the 9th, May 14th, and May 15th. I have no dates in, I'm sorry. That's over here. Then I have May 9th. Oh, I actually have May 9th out here twice. Yeah, I have May 9th out here twice. May 14th is out here twice. May 10th, May 13th, May 16th. June the 2nd is out here twice. June the 5th is out here twice. June the 3rd, June the 9th, June 14th and 15th. I have July 2nd out here 3 times. July the 3rd, July the 4th, July the 7th, July the 9th, July the 10th, July the 13th, July the 16th. No dates in August, but September the 3rd, September the 5th, September the 9th, September the 10th, September the 16th. September the 2nd is out here twice. Actually, September the 3rd is out here twice too. September the 7th and September the 15th. We have a lot of dates in October. Okay, so I'm going to start on this side. I have October the 2nd twice. October the 7th twice. October the 16th twice. October the 5th, the 9th, the 10th, October the 11th, October the 12th, October the 13th, and 14th. Then I have November the 10th out here twice, November the 14th. And then I have December the 10th out here twice, December the 16th. Yes. Alright, let's grab some dice and then we will wrap. Da-da-da. Okay, so we have the first house of self, the second house of resources, the 7th house of relationships. First house of self, second house of resources, 7th house of relationships. I have Leo, Cancer, and Virgo. Then I have Pluto. I believe this is Saturn, and this is the south. Oh no, this is the north node. So north node, Pluto, and Saturn. Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. Yeah, Leo, Cancer, and Virgo. First house, second house, and 7th house. Alright, I'm going to leave it there, guys. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, give you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can get this in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you'd like to book a personal more line with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. This definitely was a part 2 to the first reading. I don't know, I may have to go take a nap after this because I feel energetically kind of wiped out. This was a lot of energy. A lot of energy. This person, the energy, it feels kind of like there's somebody here who is in such deep regret. It's like they're like looking over their life choices and life decisions, and they're recognizing what a fucking mess they've made of their life. I don't know what to tell them. It is what it is. Like, these are the choices that you made. You gotta take your lumps, buddy. You gotta take your lumps. It is what it is. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it there. I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you guys for all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, a super thanks, and all that. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know when I upload new videos. Ciao. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how I feel about any of the cards I don't know how I feel about any of this. I'm not conflicted. Again, there's no anger, there's no hate or whatever, but shit, you gotta take your lumps. You made choices, baby, stick with the choices that you made, but you gotta be able to just surrender the whole thing. You gotta, like literally, they need to let you go. Let you go. You know, and I've said it, I remember saying this a long time ago, just in general conversations with people. It's like, you know, if it's meant to be, it'll come back to you, and if it don't, then it's not, you know? Like, I don't even know what to say, you know? This person just really made some bad choices, and they gotta stick with the choices that they made, or make new choices, but those new choices cannot include you. They gotta literally make new choices. Those new choices can't include you. They gotta surrender all of it so they can get the blessings that God has set aside just for them. But they gotta release everything. They gotta be willing to part with the shit. Like, if they're going through a divorce and they end up losing their shirt, lose your shirt. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to start over. If you gotta start over, then that's what you do. I mean, at some point, we've all had to do it. So they still got a little ways to go, whoever this is for you. Alright guys, I love you. Until next time, next video. Alright, take care. Bye.